No one in the village knew exactly how old Maari was. Some said she had lived through 2 wars, others whispered she'd buried a husband and 3 children. Yet, every single morning, without fail, Maari swept the front of her small mud brick house, placed a fresh flower on the cracked windowsill, and smiled as if she carried the sun inside her chest. People said that if you were having a bad day, you only needed to pass by Maari's home. Her words could stitch the soul back together. No matter what happened in her life, she always seemed to choose joy. But Rada didn't believe in such things anymore. At 27, Rada felt as though life had broken every bone in her hope. Her husband had left months ago to find work in the city. Since then, letters stopped. Money stopped. And now the food had stopped too. Her children cried themselves to sleep with empty bellies, and Rada cried silently beside them, the shame of helplessness thick in her throat. That morning, carrying a torn shawl and a heavier heart, Rada passed by Maari's home. She wasn't looking for advice, only silence. But Maari was there, sweeping as always, her small frame bent but unbroken. "Good morning, child," Maari said gently. Rada managed a nod, barely. "You carry weight in your eyes," Maari added without judgment. Rada paused, torn between pride and despair. "You don't understand," she blurted. "You have no idea what it's like to have nothing, to feel useless, to feel invisible." Maari didn't flinch. She leaned her broom against the wall and pointed to a crooked stool near her doorstep. "Sit. Let me tell you a story." Rada hesitated, but something in Maari's tone, calm yet commanding, made her obey. "There was once a man," Maari began, "who lived in a shack even smaller than mine. He had no family, no job, just a few old tools and a dusty corner to sleep in. Every day he would walk to the town center, hoping someone might hire him for the day. Most days no one did. One morning, after weeks of rejection, he sat under a tree and wept. He cursed the sky, cursed his fate. He said, 'Why me? Why does life give me nothing?' And then a blind boy walked by, whistling. The man was stunned. 'Why are you smiling?' he asked the boy. 'You have no sight, no money, nothing.' The boy replied, 'But I can still feel the wind. I can hear the birds. And sometimes, when I sing, people give me coins, enough to eat. That's something.' That day, the man stopped cursing. He looked around and saw what he did have, his legs to walk, his hands to work, his mind to think. He started fixing broken pots for people. At first they laughed, but his work was good. Word spread. Soon, he wasn't begging anymore. He was busy." Maari looked at Rada with soft but serious eyes. "You see, child, positive thinking doesn't make magic. It doesn't cook food or pay rent, but it changes the way we move through pain. It opens our eyes to what we can do, even when everything seems impossible." "But I'm tired," Rada whispered. "I know," Maari replied. "So start small. Tomorrow, when you wake up, say, 'Today will be a good day.' Whether it is or isn't, your heart will listen, and a heart filled with hope finds ways that despair can't see." That night, Rada barely slept. But in the grey light of dawn, before her children stirred, she sat up and whispered, "Today will be a good day." It felt silly, weak, but she said it again. Then she walked to the neighbor's garden and asked if she could help water the vegetables in exchange for a few carrots. The neighbor smiled and agreed. The next day she offered to mend clothes for the teacher's wife. The day after, she cleaned the community center. Bit by bit, the village began to notice her effort. And Rada began to notice herself again, not as a victim, but as someone trying. 2 weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found work at a mill. He enclosed some money and promised more soon. "I wanted to give up," he wrote, "but I remembered your strength and knew I had to keep going." Rada wept, this time not from fear, but from the confirmation that Maari had been right. 1 month passed, then 2. Rada never missed her morning affirmation again, and every morning she walked her children to school and passed by Maari's home. "Good morning, child," Maari would say, smiling, and Rada would reply, "It is, Maari, it truly is." Morale of the story: you don't need a perfect life to live with hope. Problems will come, but your mindset decides whether you sink or swim. When we choose gratitude over complaint and hope over despair, even small steps begin to shift everything. So tomorrow morning, before the world starts shouting, say it softly to yourself: today will be a good day. Your heart just might believe you.